Ground shakes low, it hums my name. A voice in the dirt says we're the same. My veins ignite like molten stream. The past awakens in my dreams. Beat of the drum, the heart reply. Echoes of power through the sky. Rise, rise, the blood is loud. Ancient sparks in every cloud. The trees, they whisper close to me. Roots that tangle eternity. A chant that cracks the heavy stone. I hear it sing, you're not alone. 4 and 7, it twists the air. 5-minute chariot pulls me there. Beat of the drum, the heart replies. Echoes of power through the skies. Rise, rise, the blood is loud. Ancient sparks in every cloud. A crack of thunder wakes my skin. The rhythm pulls the soul within. A song that's older than the sun. My pulse is fire, it's just begun. Whispers in the air so thin, echoes where my dreams begin. A voice that feels like home tonight guides me toward the endless light. The stars align. Welcome. How you guys doing? Yeah, just getting myself set up here. Welcome for it's like it said. I guess it's unofficially a Cards and Coffee, right? I guess it would be. Let me get my volume set here. There we go. All right, how you guys doing? Welcome. We are back with a Cards and Coffee. I guess it's official. I don't know. It's 10 a.m. for me here. I don't know where you are. It could be early if you're Pacific. If you are in Europe, it's a little bit later. But how you guys doing? So, I am on live. It is the queue is open. I'm here. Get everything going. I've been kind of doing my own thing. So. A lot of busyness going on in my life, but yeah, queue is open. It's free to start. I'm gonna try to keep myself to 3 cards. I'm gonna see if I can. It's really hard with the depth I try to get into. It really is. I guess you can call me a nosy spirit. But how you guys doing? Let's see who's in chat here. Let's see. Let's see what you got here. Andrea, how are you? Welcome. Yeah, Diamond Girl, thank you for being here. Blessed One, hello.
Ethereal, hey, thank you. Yeah, if you didn't catch it on Thursday night, Ethereal, maybe put the link in here. I was on Ethereal's channel Thursday night for a couple hours. It was actually pretty fun. We just did a little ASMR talking, and I think I kind of took over their channel a little bit, just a little bit, just a tiny bit. Yeah, but yeah, I'm and I think some of you guys may wonder, like, what are we doing here? Why am I on here? And it's so cool. It's also very interesting. But when I read you, I get messages for myself, prophetic messages, and they're real. It's almost like an intuitive lab. I do spiritual work. Things I don't talk about that I will definitely let you in on here as we get ourselves kicked up, started, as you're joining the queue, is I'll read messages from you on your side. You're like, wow, that's so cool. It resonates. And then you'll leave. I track information for my own life, my own existence. And what happens is I find that to be realistic in the respect that, like, this stuff absolutely matters. We discover things together and you're like, okay, there's a wound. There's a nugget of gold. There's a treasure chest that hasn't been opened. There's a past life existence. There's something that there's a piece of armor that we have to take off that we have never taken off. Like, oh no, I need that. That protects my weakness. And when we melt into this energy, this source, this who we are, that moment, we understand. You know how you understand your enemy, you know? And we're like, wait a minute, you're an illusion. I was always afraid of illusion. Like, what? That separation from illusion, from reality, it opens our minds more. And if I told you, you can manifest, and not like, hey, you can manifest. No, you can manifest. There's documentation that people have manifested over lifetimes, over the spiritual leaders, over the ancient teachers. They've manifested. Why else were they doing what they were doing? They were manifesting. They were documenting this, and obviously they don't want everyone to do that. They would lose their worker bees. But I'm recognizing this moment, this timing, this place, that I'm telling you that you can manifest. I've been manifesting behind the scenes. I was slowly letting even my moderators in. I'm wink, wink. Hey, by the way, this is what's going on in my life. I'm not afraid to admit what I have and who I am and what's going on in my own life. But yes, and yes, you can manifest 3 times. Yes. It's actually funny. As someone who can manifest, my own children are like, screw you. I'm your dad still. They're like, no. I'm like, no. And it's actually fascinating as a father, as a creator, as a parent. They're still like, I don't care. And I'm like, just listen to me. You would think they'd be like, oh, wise father, tell me. They're like, no. They want I want to find my own path. And I'm like, absolutely, fist bump, do your own thing. We love each other unconditionally. It's so fun. But I love that they're finding, and you guys know my best friend Frank Fapina, and he knows it too. He's like, why won't they? And I'm like, I said, it's because they need to find their own light, their own path. They're souls. They need to find their own thing. Does that mean they're not protected, loved, cared for? Of course, but they do their own thing. What people don't want is to be judged, to be heartlessly pushed away. We just want to make sure. It's do your own thing. And some of us need that, like, heartless, like, backhand across the soul, you know? Oh, sorry. And that's what we do need. Some of us do need it. Let's get going here. How you guys doing? I appreciate you for being here. Be sure to hit that thumbs up, like the channel, join in for more content. Members only. I've been pushing out content, not because I don't want you to get it, but because sometimes, like, when I do the Zodiac, for a great example, it takes me a little bit to kind of put the timestamps out there. I do all that work. It takes, the last Zodiac was like 3 hours. But when I do that, I love to do it in one shot. Not because I can't do the others. I used to do like Virgo, Libra, and I would do each video. But what I found is putting it in one container. You can say, let me check my ex for a second. Let me check my current partner. Let me check myself. Let me check my emotions, my moon energy. And that lets you see your signs in a one-stop shop. And it must be doing something because we're creeping on 110,000. Hello, everybody. All right, let's go here. I'm going to go random. If you donate, you jump the line as always. $10 donation minimum. I just kind of brought it down because you know what? The economy sucks. Not forever. For now. So I brought the donation down to 10 because I am a caring person. It's not about the money. It's about the energetic exchange. But the more you donate, the more I go deeper. So, and I was talking about that with Apina. I'm like, things are going to get better. I see that. Like, that is an absolute. You'll see. It's about positioning yourself, getting yourself in a place where you have to become aware of what's coming, not bury your head in the sand. So let's do this. I'm going to get you on Andrea first because you were here first and you called me brother. And I actually appreciate that. All right, let's go here. Andrea, how are you? How are you doing? I'm going to go with 5 is a lie. You have a question that you're looking for, Andrea? And the thing I like about these cards and copies events, these let's hang out and chill for a little bit before you have to go do your day and bring kids to soccer, Get your cleats, sports events. But yeah, that's it really makes you appreciate life. So if you're here and you're just hanging out and you just want to chill out with us, feel free, join in chat, let us know you're here. Don't hide, don't creep, don't be a creeper, don't be a lurker, don't lurk. Look. Andrea, what's the question you have? What are you looking to know? Let's not go general. What's the thing you really want to know? Let's ask the universe. Let's put it out there. Let's say, okay, universe, I want to know this. Say, I'm afraid to ask. I would never ask this to somebody. What is that one thing you need to know? And I'm not saying, show the universe that you're here. Say, I'm ready. I'm watching. I'm asking, I'm aware. What is that question that you need to know? Is it about Carlos the Leo? Is it? Because we've already solidified that Carlos is... You don't keep asking because we already know the answer. Right? I know. You know. Carlos the Leo is locked and loaded. You're their number one. They're absolutely locked you in. But what is going on with you? What is the thing you need? We don't need Carlos Leo. We need you to be number one. We need to put you at the top of the mountain, planting the flag, saying, I've climbed the mountain, right? About my living situation, about my stepdaughter, her boyfriend, I'm fighting. No, that's your stepdaughter, boyfriend fighting. That's not you. That's not you. That's them. I just made that comment. That's them. That's them living their lives, right? You think, oh, wow, Cosmic's kids must be so spiritually inclined and do all these things, and it's meditation o'clock, right? And even though I teach them all this stuff, they're like, I'll do my thing. And it's all good. And it's great. I love them the same. Look at Wheel of Fortune, news, intuition. Good. Yeah, but you moved in with them, right? So let's take a look here, Andrea. This is excuses. But I moved in with them. But. This is your soul. Right? Think about it. Let's be honest with one of us. Let's take a moment and pause for a second. We can make up excuses saying, but I did this. So you're trying to use your energy to manifest their happiness. That's not how it works. That's never going to be how it works. I don't care what you... I don't want to sidetrack and get into my own life, but I'm telling you that's not how it works. You cannot manifest someone else's happiness. You can't say, but I'm going to put my intent of their happiness. Right? Because you have nothing to prove. It's their work that they put into that relationship, that effort they put in. They're the embodiment of what they want out of that. Not the intention of, I want you guys to be a good relationship. Do you see what I'm saying? You have no authority over their relationship. Sorry. As I say to the 5th graders, sorry, not sorry. They go, hey. All right, let's do this. Let's look at you, general reading. I'm going to fire off 3 to start here. Look at this, passion. It's what do we put into the relationship? What's your creative energy? Turn all of that outward focus inward. What does that create? What is the thing you have to create? What is the moment you say, I've always wanted I wanted to make parkas. I wanted to make these raincoats. I'm just being silly for a second, but the clouded energy, what is the thing you've always wanted to make? This is the golden position. This is the thing you have wanted to do. Past energy, fire energy, passion. So there's something here. This is what can I do? The universe, the angels are handing you this wand, this creative wand. But they're handing it to you because they want you to be aware of this creative energy, this builder's energy, this creator's energy. I think this is what we got into a while ago with other people too. But the creator's energy gives us that moment of what is this? How do you create a new project, inspiration, an urge to create? But what we say, instead of me creating, how about my kids? How about Carlos and Leo? So then we go, what are you talking about? Carlos, you know what I'm saying? This is you. This is your creation. The wand is being handed to you. I'll pull one card for you on the outside coming in. See? Yeah. Go grab the wand. Hello? Knock, knock. Who's there? It's you. That's how fascinating this is. Because what happens, I've been really, really dialing in, really looking at this, saying emotional cups energy. You're saying I'm full of emotion. I'm full of emotion. Why do I watch a commercial? I start crying. It's okay. It's the moon energy. It's what's unsaid, unhidden. It's let's uncover those rocks and say what's behind all this. It's maybe even abandonment, withdrawal, retreat, getting behind something. It's the universe saying you're not abandoned. You're moving on to something bigger, better, creating energy. Here it is, Empress energy. Hello, lady. Hey, what size is your slipper? That kind of energy, right? It's that energy. It's princess energy, right? There's no ring on the finger. Why? Because no one's claimed you. Allow you to be claimed. But in that time, in that space, in that moment, it's you saying, you know that there's somebody or something stalking you out there in the wildlife. You know something comes around and stalking you and stalking you and stalking you. And I don't mean to sound really dangerous, but more like, hey, what's up? I know somebody's watching me from the distance. There is somebody watching you. This is not about other people. There's one person in the universe saying, here's a wand. What would you do with this one wand of creation? We'll call it a wish. We'll go one step further. What's the wand, right? The stalking energy, right? And we're in our head. You might be even waking up in the middle of the night. Well, why am I waking up? Why is it 3:33? Why am I waking up at 1:11? 1:23? Why am I transitioning in the middle of the night and not during the day? Why am I having these necessary relocations of a soul, of spirit? Why do we have this? Why are we at this Nine of Swords energy where you're trying to maintain these boundaries spiritually, or keeping or holding face, right? When you go in for clarity. That's what we get here. The universe is handing you an opportunity to create and build. It's coming in very quickly, fast moving energy. Because this 8 cups is telling you it's here. It's absolutely here. But what's more fascinating with this is not about the timeline. It's about you embracing this moment. Like 3:33 energy. That's what I'm telling you. That's why it's fascinating. Because it's not about, hey, what's the date? It's today. It's now. It's 3:33. If you're seeing the sign 3:33, it's you getting into that moment of timeline. It's the numerology. Because I've been telling people, even on like a lot of the different videos, the members only got early access to some of this stuff, but what I talk about on the Cosmic Codex, or even beyond the veil, I've been getting into this, or even some of the Zodiac, I've been talking about the 3:33 as creative expression, Mars energy, right? Use your imagination, be inspirational, get artistic, you know? As I was told recently, all art is good art. It's your art. It's your creative art. It's the optimism. Your happiness is empowering to others. But when we look at, like you said, you came into this saying, but my son and his girlfriend are fighting. That's the negative part of 3. The impatience of where's Carlos the Leo. The judgmental of how come they haven't. That's critical. But we're looking at the power of 3:33, the union of 2 parts, the creation of 2 things, your creative power to you. You're the missing. You're the missing piece of this. The color red might be part of this. You might have a lucky day coming up, to be fair. I would say, honestly, take a look at September 30th. No joke. That's what they're saying. If you need a day, and you're like, what day? But what day? And you're sitting there, but what day? That's what they're telling me. Don't hold back and hold. I'm telling you why the 3:33 is sitting right in front of your face, and you're like, I don't see it, because you're looking elsewhere. And it's right above you. That's what I see. You already hold what you seek. Have you ever considered that? Because we have 3, we have 9. It's right there. It's absolutely right there. And there's something here being handed to you. You're almost, maybe you're even looking at something in a whole new light, a whole new fashion. I'll pause. My guide's like, don't you dare. I was about to pull more cards for you. I'm not gonna. I'll hold. I'll hold. You guys, the battle's real, bro. The battle's real. On this side of it, the battle's real, because I'm such a nosy bastard. And like, you're like, you would pull all the time. Cosmic, you must be pulling all those cards all the time for you. No, I don't. It's when I pull through you, and there's an exchange, an energetic exchange. I'm giving you. Then they're like, okay, you can figure stuff out. It's a duality. It's the confrontation, the polarity, right? The opposites attract, right? I only use this for good intention whenever I pull, and that's why I'm doing this. All right, let's keep going. How you guys doing? Ethereal, how are you? Did I make the right choice last night? I know I'm in the highest place I know. Just pull, damn it. That's not really what Ethereal said. I will. All right, Ethereal, let's pull. Pick a deck here, Ethereal. What deck would you want? What would you want here? And I was actually talking to Fapina last night. I'm gonna kick off Cosmic's Corner. I almost did it last night. I almost started a test episode. It's gonna have you're gonna actually get to have a little bit of Antonella on their voice, and you can thank Ethereal for it, because Ethereal invited me over there, and I'm like, this is fun, but there has to be a format where I'm not just talking. You know, and I'm the only one. Listen to me. No, it has to be formatted. So I'm gonna do that. So you'll actually get like an Antonella, you get an Ethereal, you get a Brenduska. You'll get a Fapina on there, and we'll ask questions, and it'll be more of a round table. I might even be able to show you what it'll look like. Maybe I'll show you at the end before I sign off. I'll say, hey, this is what it's going to look like. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see what's going on. All right. Ethereal, where were you at here? It was fun. It was very fun. Let's see, 6. This is like my shadow deck, just so you guys know. I don't really call it that, but my guides call it the shadow. It's like a moon deck. So that's what's funny about you picking that deck here, Ethereal. All right, let's see here. Ooh, I'm seeing like 2 mountains, a valley going down like this. Like, it's interesting. See? Yeah. And I was saying the other day, like, I don't read. I don't like deep read. People that say, well, you should. I'm like, no, I shouldn't. Because people, like, I said this on, I think, Ethereal's channel. I'm like, do you really want to find out? Because this happened to somebody on the channel once. And I'm like, ooh, your uncle is really your dad. Like, that's weird. Like, I'm not the one who's going to tell you that. When you guys see me, like, grab a bunch of cards, I go, and I just drop them down, but I don't say anything. That's usually what's happening. Like, no joke. All right, Ethereal, let's take a look at you. Let's see what you have. All right, did you do the right choice? Of course you made the right choice. Let's start with that. Did I make the right choice? Of course you did. Every choice you make, every choice you put intention into is the correct choice. It's a path decided. You're going to get to the same goal at the end, but do you want to take the easy road or the hard road? Look at, see? Yeah. Mountains, path, see? I'm telling you. You're making the right choice. This is a past life decision. You're sending something back to the past person right now intentionally by asking about, but I'm still thinking about them. Am I right? I have the chat turned off just for a second, but you're asking and I'm sending an energetic message, angelic touch back to this person. Emotions. I still have emotions, but I still have emotions. Yeah, see? There's the one. They rise high above other people. The one. 6 energy. Right? It's harmony. It's the Venus. It's the harmonious loving energy, manifestation energy. It's the breadcrumbing energy, though. That's the negative. Like, I don't like being breadcrumbed, so stop it. So that's the manifestation coming in. This is powerful energy. Yes, you made the right choice because you took back your power. Yes, you took back your power, Ethereal. You are number 1 in your world, and there is nobody else. You have a ticket for 1, and that's okay. And most people say, oh, that sounds sad. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. You're the best of the best of the best in your universe. Right? You're Queen Bee. You're the best version there is. That's what it is. So you're not going to get along with people like people of the 5 universe, right? Those adventurous and stable people, kind of like, let's go. You're like, no, I'm more loyal to my subscriber base, for example. Right? As you're building that. And so as you transition into this new harmonious, loving, energetic mother figure, right? Let's be fair. You're going to let go of those old people, those old energies, and say, I can't do this anymore. See? You're the choice of choices. This goes way back to ancient times. So like when you were deciding as a soul, this is what I want. This is a non-negotiable. This is an absolute for you. So yes, you made the right choice. You're not broken. You're in a mid-transformation, baby. That's exactly what this is. You're just sending that energetic, I do love you and I miss you. I do care about you. I wish it could be different in this lifetime, but it cannot. You have to step up. You have to do your energy. Look, into moon, intuitive energy. you don't think all that work you've been putting in, all that free work, we'll call it, the energetic exchange, all of that energetic free work, it counts, right? As we sit here and we get into this. But what comes along with the moon is the sun. It's that energetic, and I think we talked about this even the other day, right? Would you give up the sun for the moon? No. So you're not going to give up anything in your life for somebody else. Well, that would make me happy, but because you're happy, I'll give that up. No. No. You're the architect here. Well, I don't need an eraser, so you can have that. I'll just keep drawing. I know I should erase this out of my existence right now. I'll see you in the next one. Every ending is coded as a coded beginning. That's kind of how you look at it as a divine architect, as you're looking at the blueprint of your lifetime. And you're taking stillness, and how many of you out there do not like to be still? To sit there. Instead, you just keep being busy. Because when you pause, you go, ooh, creeping thoughts. That reflection that you catch, those numbers, synchronicities, the serendipities. Why are they still in my head? Why am I still thinking? Is it shame? Are you worried about the shame? The emptiness, the worst feeling in the world, isn't it? Yeah. One person. Ready? One. Brand new start. But see, this is the moment, the here and now. When I have this position, those of you who have not been here before, this is the right now. This is here. This is all of us, Soul Tribe. You're manifesting, we're manifesting. There's a bunch of you who are watching this that are absolutely manifesting, even if you're not part of this reading, even if this is not for you. What a coincidence, right? Hey, that's me. I'm manifesting, because I can tell you I'm manifesting. I can tell you a couple of you I see on the chat absolutely are manifesting, just from the last readings. But that pain is the chisel shaping your hidden architecture, and that's you, Ethereal, saying, hey, I'll be the first one. And you're like, and they're like, holy Christ. And you're doing that because you're saying, I'll be vulnerable, I'll show you, right? And how fascinating is that? Because you're like, I'll show you my face, everybody, I'll do this and this, and they're like, wow. And that's mothering energy, right? That's Mother Earth energy. That's that. I'm gonna be honest with you. You're embodying the truth of who you want to be. That's the creator energy. And so when these two cards come out, that's Master Manifester. That's Life Path 22. That's like that's the Master Creator, right? So you're embodying this Life Path 22. That's a beautiful energy. You're using the intuition to say, which way do I go? But you're breadcrumbing. You're essentially saying, I'm going to start breadcrumbing this past person on an energetic level. I'm not going to give them full access. I need my key back to my heart. You can only reach out at certain times. Can they come on your channel? Absolutely. But does that end everything? No. It's like I said, it's that new coded beginning saying, I'm starting this because you know you have a new beginning and this new eternal place saying, I'm completing my life lesson. So this could be Taurus energy coming in here. We could have that, as I always call it, Justice, Lady Justice. It could be the Hierophant. It could be the twins that get ready to party. Well, you see what I'm saying? Hierophant, right? The twins. That's what I'm talking. That's what this is. The ladies, the twins. This is the justice of this. Look at the pillars on top of the pillars. You're like, I'm building something that can't be taken down. You're either with me or against me. And if you're not with me, you have to be against me because you're not trying to architect with me. And that's the difference. That's why when people resist you, you're saying, hey, I'm chosen to do what I'm doing. I've grabbed my wand to create. And people can try to fight you and fight you and fight you and fight you. But that's your greatest gift is the beauty that you put out from within your heart chakra, within your soul, within that light, as your light body starts to shine more and more, as you start to begin to, at this moment, recognize, no, you did not make the wrong choice. You made the absolute best choice. The rock star choice. You stepped up and said, give me the microphone, goddammit. I'm ready to start singing. Right? You're stubborn in a good way. You're creating. Right? And you're saying, am I being righteous by doing this? No. You're being cautious and you're being consistent. Right? It's getting over heartbreak, saying, I need to protect my heart, but in a good way. This is probably by the middle of October coming in. That's what this really means. It's the angelic touch saying you were guided to this. You think you just went on a whim and said, let me decide to do this. Beginning of your Empress energy. What you consider to be you in 10 years from now, you're going to look back and say, oh my gosh, I would even, no lie, I would absolutely, at this moment, bookmark, save this video for yourself and come back and watch it. Because I tried to kick it off at 10:10 today. Don't know why, but that was the goal. But as we start to roll through this new evolution, as we're sitting here, I'm guided behind the camera, and there's many, many things, probably about maybe 100 things that I'd never tell you guys, as I've been architecting my own life behind the scenes. I look at synchronicities and confirmations that are curiosities. I don't say, how fascinating. And every time I do that, I look at it as a confirmation from the universe, as you do. You have not made a mistake. You basically said, I'm going to go up on top of the hill. If you want to come at me, come at me. You want to take me out, take me out. But these two always travel together. And I'll let you take a look at the numbering. But it's basically you coming into this, I'm better than that. Not better than you, but better than that. Right? And this is you leading a tribe, a soul tribe. This is you leading your tribe. But this is because you've been destined to do it through the Akashic records. You're not making a mistake. Yeah. It's study or love. And you're saying, I could follow this person and inevitably fall for them. But I would give up what? Your light, your own light. So as you start following this person, you're trusting your own strength. You're investing in something. You know it's not paying out the way you think it would, but it's going to. It's going to. This is the master manifester. There's two pieces to the puzzle. Most people say, well, you're burning your candle at both ends, right? And you're probably feeling at people saying that, like you're doing so much. But this is you resisting what people tell you and saying, I feel like I have to do this. And that's what brings us in. Moon energy meets sun energy. The moon, this is you following your path. And this is you following your desired, chosen path. So what we get into is we get you finding that path because you know you've been destined to find this path. This is not like a whoops, I fell into this. This is you going to that Queen of Cups, the depths, the nurturer. I can heal you. I know what you need. This is the I'm willing to cover my cup to heal you, and I will share what's inside my cup. But instead of you reserve a little bit for yourself, but you give everything else to everybody else. And it all starts with that journey where you're coming down from that mountain, the high horse kind of thing. And people might have put you up there, right? Look how beautiful you are. Hey, baby, I love you. And you're like, I'm not about that. I'm about spiritual. Look at my soul. Look at who's in here, right? It's not about how pretty my eyes are. It's, and all of a sudden you turn the mirror around and say, I'm judging you. You only see pretty? I see loving. I see caring. I see gentle. I see creative. And that's what you do back to somebody. And that's very different for them. Because once that happens, the manifestation starts to happen and they create and they build and adds life to that rigid mindset. And they go, and you know it, you've seen it, you actually watched it happen, and that's you doing your spiritual work, your Akashic work, because you have the choice of study or love, and you're saying, I want to go with the study then, because if this love isn't working because it's been a test, it's been a life lesson, as we called it out with the Hierophant, this is you going to your soul tribe, your angelically touched soul tribe. This heartbreak or whatever this was a lesson, and you have passed with flying colors. Absolutely. You have passed. And you're going to see rewards coming in. This is not heartbreak. It feels heartbroken. I know it does. I can feel it. I want to give you such a huge hug. You have no idea. But I kiss on the forehead. I promise you, this is so wonderful for you. Because this is the cosmic laws coming in. This is like no one's ever left you. Like you've actually gained more people in your life than you've ever imagined, and you're focused on the one thing, the anchor that's been holding you back. If you just simply tune in to that energy, to your heart, to who you are and to what you built, and tune out those things that haven't served you, the people who have been trying to hold you back, what do you see there? I'm actually going to go back to chat for a second now that I've done this. I want to go back to chat. What do you see there? Oh, wise ethereal. Oh, most beautiful soul. Really? What do you see for yourself? Really? What do you see there? Oh, you didn't give him your life. You gave him a piece of your life. Your life, like I said, bookmark this. 10 years from now, you're going to say, that was so silly of me. I didn't give him my life. I gave him a piece of me. This is who you are going to be. This is the moment you stepped onto the racetrack and said, wow, look at me. I'm a #1 race driver. Right? This is the moment you picked up the guitar and said, wow, I can sing songs. This is the moment you grabbed clay and said, look I can make pottery, right? I'm telling you, you are absolutely, you're healing through helping others. And that's what the universe is teaching you. And so as you start to feel like I'm not enough, you put that energy into others, and all of a sudden you consider yourself a manifester, and you're not saying anything to anyone. This is the best part. I'm going to call you out right now. You're not telling anybody, and don't. Keep it a secret, because the world is manifesting around you. Like you'll envision like a butterfly, for example, and you're like, I think butterflies, and then there they are. And then you're like, is that a coincidence? Is that coincidence? No. It's the universe saying you're building this. Let go of those people who don't appreciate you, who don't care about you, or you're seeing there's something that you're focused on. You're like, I could go for a Pepsi, and then here's a Pepsi, right? It's so interesting, because the universe is like, you're the train conductor. You're like, choo choo, get on. You're like, hey, you have no ticket, get the hell out of here. And you're very nice about it. You're like, I love your coat, but you have to leave. You're like, bye bye, and just smiling and laughing and saying goodbye. Right? And you're really nice about it. But like, hey, I gotta see you. Come here. The one that's crying. Come here. Get on here. It's so wonderful. It's so wonderful. Because you know it, I know it. We both see it. And everybody around you sees it. You're the one who's like, I question if I made the right choice. Baby, you're on the right track. You have this. You do. You absolutely have this. Like, I'm going to tell you, I actually said this, I'm going to let you in on this. I don't care who hears this. Everybody close your ears. Shush. Everybody shush for a second. Ethereal, you're going to not be my moderator soon enough. Like, you're going to be like, I'm too busy. And you're starting to see cracks in that, and it's okay. I've already prepared you mentally for that. I even said to you, hey, there'll be a time and a place you can't do it anymore. And you know what? It's okay. I'm actually so proud of you. You have no idea. Yeah, it's so cool. It's amazing, because you're going to do this, and you're bringing your own energy to this place. I told you, you witch, you goddamn witch, you. But you're doing this because you are absolutely bringing your energy into the material plane. People need you. Do not look at it bad. Look at it as a good thing. I'm not kicking you out as a moderator. I'm going to say, like, even Brenduska has their own life going on. There's these things that happen. This is why Brenduska and I had these long conversations. And that's why the moderators that I have, they're builders, they're creators, they're light warriors, as most of you are. This is like you building and building and building. And when you walk away, do not think of me as saying, God damn you, where are you? No. This is you saying, you're building. And that's why when you ask about cutting people out, you have to cut people out. They're like, hey, you got any more food? Like, you didn't bring anything to the party, bro. What do you mean? Got any more food? That's the thing you do. Don't be afraid. The people will try to take from you, and that's an example of that. But you do that's what's so beautiful about you. You're still sending energetic love, saying, but I want to make sure I didn't hurt them. Right or wrong, right? You're asking, did I hurt them? Are they still hurt? And ultimately, do they want to come back? For now, that chapter is no more until they put the effort in. There is no more. This is you. You are falling in love with everybody. Like, you're going to have 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, right? 50,000 subscribers. That's you becoming who you want to be, because that's where you want to be. Until the day you don't want to do it. And I told people on here, I'm like, one day I'll just be gone from here. And it's not because I don't love you. It's not because I don't care. It's because you guys will have evergreen content. You'll click and find a video and go, hey, you gave me a message. Thanks, Cosmic. And I'll still be here. I'll still just be here forever. All this content will exist. I'll actually push out more and more content over the next few years to all the social media. You'll pick up your phone. You'll say, God damn it, Cosmic. I wanted to be in a bad mood today. And that's what will happen. You're like, you son of a bitch. And I'm going to be like, gotcha. And that's what will happen. And it's not because I need anything from you. I just need you to know I'm always here. I'm always going to be in your world. And I'm making my way in there. Spiritual coach of the ether. And that's what I want you guys to understand. You're always there. You're always there. So we love you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right. What do we got? Yeah. No, and that's the thing. It's not that I'm disappearing. You have to understand, I will go on to my next, what am I conquer? My next mountain. This is one mountain, right? I can't stay on top of the mountain. Once I conquer this mountain, this is a mountain. when I became a teacher, I left tech support, right? I was working at Dell, got all these awards. I'm like, it wasn't as challenging that I became a teacher. I'm like, oh, when I first started that first week, I was sweating bullets. I'm like, God damn it. I was sick. The teacher across the hall, never even met this lady. And she was so nice. And she retired like 2 years later. And she's like, hey, are you okay? Super sweet lady. She's like, are you okay? I heard you coughing all day, and I thought maybe you should go home. And I was like, oh, I'm fine. It was like first week. Oh my God. Because I got sick from all these kids. I never had worked in like that heavy school. I was subbing and doing all these things. And I made myself transition to kind of understand. I became a substitute. I worked as a tech person, and I transitioned because I wanted to understand everyone's role, not just be like, hey, well, that's not my job. I wanted to say, I understand your job, and I do. And as I transitioned, that was the thing. It's like I wanted to be part of the process, not just be in the process. And that's what I'm telling you guys. And if you ever see people, that's why, like, if you ever see me on lunch duty, which I know you don't, I pick up the trash as I walk around. I don't say, well, not mine. I walk around, I'll pick up the stuff, and I'll talk to the third graders. I'm like, hey, like, this your chicken nugget? And I'm like, this is your chicken nugget? And they're like, what? And you can clearly know it's theirs. There's ketchup everywhere. And it brings ownership to them. They say, ooh, you know, Mr. Cosmic, he caught me. And it's not to blame them. It's just to keep them more aware. And it's a growing process. Instead of the custodians and those appreciating them, they see me do it. They see me talking to them. It's a full circle. It's a community event, right? And because it's so quick to turn our backs. Not my problem. And I'm not saying anybody else does that, but I'm just making a point to teaching them, saying, hey, I got your back, you got mine, right? And then that's what happens. The third graders do the same thing. Hey, you've got your walkie-talkie. I'm like, no way. Has my name right on it. All right, let's keep going, guys. How you doing? How was the vibe? How you guys feeling this? Everyone feeling good? Whoa, what is this? Spiritual Alchemy Energy, the podcast with Julie. May I have the reading about my romantic love life with a timeline, if possible? sounding deep. I think we may jump to this. There's a lot of power behind this, if I'm not lying. Let me read this one more time, just to catch everybody up. Spiritual Alchemy Energy with the podcast with Julie. Sounds like a cool channel, just automatically, just from the name. It's a whole power pack. May I have a reading about my romantic love life and timeline, if possible? I'm going to try to stay in 3 cards. I am going to have a very, 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 very deep moment here. I'm going to see what I can get in here. Planty, how the hell are you? I haven't seen you in a bit. All right, Spiritual Alchemy Energy. Actually, I'm just going to call you Julie. I'm going to guess you're Julie, not the spiritual. Maybe you are not Julie. Maybe Julie's this other person. But is Julie here? Knock 3 times. Let me know you're on the other side here. What do we got? How you guys doing? Welcome. Yeah, I'll be on here for a couple hours. And here's the secret. If you were on Ethereal's channel the other day, I let them know that I was going to be on Saturday morning. Is it right, Ethereal? I was like, hey, I'll give you guys a heads up. So, yeah, I thank you very much for having me on Ethereal. I was like, I don't know. Let's see how it goes. And we just kind of had fun. We were winging it. I got super deep. I kind of told a little bit of like my own history. And I felt like it was a good place to do it. Ethereal, you actually made a really good place for that. Really comfortable location. All right, I very much like that. So, let's do this. Planty, this is the place to be. This is absolutely the place to be. You hang in here. We'll make you feel so good. Actually, why don't we flip the script on that, Planty, and say, you're doing amazingly. Because you're saying I'm not doing too well. Unfortunately, no, you're doing amazing. I got you, Planty. Fist bump. How you doing? If you walked into my class and said that, I would pause. I'd say, get over here. I said, you kidding me? I said, here, take a sticker. I said, take a sticker out of the drawer before I even pull them out. Before you even earned a sticker, goddammit. I say, I even got like K-pop Demon Hunters. What? What? You kidding me? K-pop Demon Hunters? Yeah, good idea, Antonella. All right. All right, let's see. Is Spiritual Alchemy Energy with the podcast with Julie here? Pump your fist once if you're here. Because what I want them to do is because they have a very heavy question. May I have a reading about my romantic love life and a timeline if possible? This is the stuff I live for. So if they are here, yeah, I would only plant. You would only get one K-pop sticker though, so don't be like trying to pull another one, and don't be asking for like Taylor Swift, because Taylor Swift is out right now. The kids hate Taylor Swift, but then there's a couple that still like Taylor Swift, and I say I'm T Swizzle. I say same. Yeah. K-pop. Fatty May, have you seen it? Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. The art teacher, I mentioned it because like they give away stickers. And I was like, oh, they go, I saw it. I go, what? How did you see this thing? I was like, I haven't seen. I might have to sit down and watch it, but I'm busy. Like I don't really watch TV too much. So, all right, let's do this. Let's grab somebody else from the queue. Donations are open, not required. I'm literally just chilling with you guys. But a $10 donation just jumps you ahead of the line and gets you a super deep reading. What else we got in here that's really moving? Not that you guys don't move me, as always. I love coming on live. So the rule is I'm going to come on live once a week like this for free. I was telling Ethereal. But you can blame for Pina for this, for the Wednesday night. I'm not on Wednesdays because he's the one who got me like, he took me out on Wednesday. He said, hey, he's like, I want to take you out. We're going to go hang out and just chat. And I'm like, I got to go live at 7. He goes, that's fine. And we went out. And so we went out around like 4 or 5 and we went to Teppanyaki, had a couple Mai Tais, came back. I couldn't even get on the computer. I was so wrecked. And I was like, and then we talked later. I go, it was actually fun. I actually really enjoyed just spending time with him. And I said, you know what? I said, that was fun. And I said, making this special, like hanging out with you guys, is really, really fascinating. Miss K, I had an odd conversation with my Taurus coworker. This might be fun. He brought up the fact that he mate dates someone and showed me a picture. He was trying to make me jealous. I don't know what that means. I guess we could pull on it. I don't. But are you jealous? I guess that's the real question. Are you jealous? He's trying to make you jealous, but if you're asking the question, you may be. Let's see. So either Miss K or the infamous Julie. The podcast with Julie. We're looking for the deep questions, the ones that will rattle our cage. The one that will hand us the key to get out of our cage. How about that? Even better. So either spiritual alchemy or Miss K. There you are. I'm here. I am here. I think the chat is just flowing fast, but you're up first. Don't worry. I got you, Julie. I got you, Julie. I got you, girl. All right, and then I guess we'll read Miss K after this. So Miss K, if Miss K pops back in or Miss K's here, just pop in, hang out, and then we'll grab somebody after that. We'll queue up a couple people in. We're just hanging out. You're just hanging out with Cosmic. This is Cards and Coffee. It's unofficially Cards and Coffee because I was like, when's the cutover? Because I was going to come on at 9 a.m. and I'm like, and then my guys were like, try to aim for 10:10. I'm like, I guess. All right, and so let's take a look here. We're going to look at the reading about my romantic love life, a timeline if possible. I'll see what I can get for 3. I'll tell you what. I'm going to go with my guides deck. I'm going to let them decide what happens. Because this is my create. Ooh, that's a good sign right there. All right, let's just read. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get some iced tea so I can wet the pipes. Mm-hmm. Am I right or am I right? Mm-hmm. I did that at the doctor's office yesterday. I had a doctor's appointment. And they gave me the appointment. I said, oh, good. I said, yeah, that works. Mm-hmm. And the lady looked at me like, what the hell? I said, mm-hmm. I said, it is what it is, lady. I can't help you. All right. Julie, this is for you. Yeah. Wow. Ancient energy. Yes. Very quick. This would be considered you, them, and then what I would call the deflection. So this is you. You want this connection to be old school, ancient. This is you standing. There's a challenge here. There's a small challenge. Page of Pentacles giving us that like patience, right? I say it with a giggle because it's like that earthbound patience that you've been giving. It could be raised money, could be information, could be money coming in from this as well. But there's definitely patience in this. This is them. Yeah, somebody's being sneaky, but they're being sneaky at a soul level, a spiritual level. So they're kind of like, I don't see you, but I'm taking a step towards you. That's what I see here. So whatever this is, yes, And you feel it, but you don't see it. You see it, and you see it, and you see it, but you're not feeling the same way. They've already planted two swords. Two facts. Two facts are there. And they're trying to keep control of the narrative. That's what I get here. Yeah, rebirth is imminent. That's the problem. It's not a tower moment. It's not like, it's not a bad thing, but the tower moment's happening. The tower moment's coming down because, and the respect that you are allowing it, you're saying, what is this going to have? Your romantic love life, but it's one person, then it gets muddied by a lot of other things, like people including their thoughts, what they want. Black flag moment. I'm a lover, I'm a fan of this death card. On a spiritual level, it says we can't have any more of this. So you're calling that out, saying, hey, we don't want this anymore. Why are we existing in this painful place, in this hiding of facts, of spiritual? I call it armor, right? The spiritual armor. Why are we going to let this? If we melted this away and brought this out and we had this light, which is the sun's coming up. Anytime you see the sun anywhere in any cards, beautiful. But what it's telling us is we're trying to meet allies. These people are falling at the feet of the death. And they're saying, no. He doesn't even have a sword. He's holding a banner. A white rose banner. And everyone's like, no, please. I'm riding a white horse. The purity. People are falling at the knees of what it feels, the truth, the allies. And these things are disguised as obstacles. Right? You ever meet someone? They're like almost, I would call it envious, maybe jealous. And they're seeing this is a problem. And that's what this is. This is the whole lattice, the grid is shifting. But those other things, as people who would hide their envy or hide their jealousy, they're going to basically work against you. And they're working against you, but you don't want to believe it. So there's people who are trying to work against you. That's the deflection. So this is you in clarity. This is them happy, very happy, actually. And they're trying to come in. This is the truth seeker. This is the one saying, I want to know if this is really what I think it is. And the rebirth comes in saying, we go into the future not with any of this burden. And so all of this comes in saying, but just do this, just do that, and then you'll find happiness, contentment. Just follow my path. As I was saying earlier, right? My own kids are like, they don't read tarot. But are they spiritual? Yes. Do they believe in a lot of things? Yes. But they don't have to read tarot to be my kids. I still love them unconditionally the same. That's what we get into. So when we look at love and romantic relationships and how we find ourselves, everybody carries that nightmare, that anxiety, that grief, or even, unfortunately, depression differently. That's how we have to navigate life. So we have to look at life not as everybody's exactly the same one-to-one mirror. We have to look at what matters to you, what do you carry. So when we're looking at what we discover through one another, the doorways from which we walk, it's almost like we're looking at freedom, right? Financial freedom is part of what you would look at, but this other person is looking at truth. And as I was telling even Ethereal, it's more like architecting the truth, because you can have this building, but they are walking towards you. I will tell you, when you ask, are they serious? Yes. They're not going this way. Even though the sun's this way, and they could walk past the falsities, they know this is all BS, right? They could walk right by the death card and nothing would happen. Because that's the thing with the death card. I love the death card. I love when it comes out in my own readings. Just to give you guys, it took me a long time to realize, the death is a good card for me. But the death card comes out saying, you want to restart, you want to rebuild. But the death card can come out with all of these different things in the respect that when you put these two together, the 13, 1 plus 3 reduces to 4. The 4, commitment, community, long-term, celebrations. It comes for me. It could even be homecoming, celebrations, family, friends. Like, oh my God, you're going to go back to the person that's going to marry you. Like that kind of feeling. But what happens here when we're carrying it in the swords, when we're carrying 4 swords, someone's hiding. Someone's being really retreatful. Even solitude. Maybe recovering from something. But the happiness is truly there. We have 3 very different cards. I'm going to pull one more card just to see what happens here. Yeah, see, they're being vulnerable. That's the happiness. It's really the source kind of saying, is this what you want? How do you want to get there? Is it about the recognition, or is it about the love? Is it about the innocence? Or is it about that worry and growth and finding yourself through the how do I say this? Through the blindsided action of someone else. That's the thing I keep picking up on, because I feel like somebody's trying to get in your way, if that makes sense. But I see this as a growth thing. I see this as a long-term. Me picking you first is a huge, huge thing because I see the romance here, but it's not showing itself as romance. It's more of as this matters, that matters, and we're listing it. If you take a list and say what matters most to me with this person, it absolutely matters. Because there's somebody trying to make their way towards you. It's all informational. But it's the vulnerability that brings them slowly to you. Rebirth matters here too. I want to see what the outcome is. Like, I'm really curious. See, there's something's hidden, something's unknown. See, with the sun, the moon. I'm going to show you guys what I'm seeing here. Look, see how there's the two towers in the sun here, the two towers in the moon. So what you see is not what you think you see is not what's the reality. Because these people are wearing masks. Be wary. Yeah. I'm telling you, this stuff gets fascinating. The more I dig, it's like Pandora's box. And I'm not afraid to open it up and say, what's in there? Hey, what do you got in there? So the romantic love life is falling in your favor because you're staying true to this, whatever this is, this one fact, one truth that you hold dear to your heart. That's what it is. Timeline, Scorpio energy. I can tell you, if my guys are being very blunt with you, which I think they are, they're saying Scorpio, October 23rd to 11/22. There is no way to fight this. No way to fight this. So you're going to see a shift in your love life. I'm saying love life on purpose. Because you're just going to say, oh, that's what you're telling me. And I'm going to tell you yes. Because they're telling you, do not fight it. Do not even begin to argue this. Because what they're trying to tell me, and I'm not saying me, I'm saying them, because they want you to know, they want you to get into this idea that it's going to feel a little greedy. But the universe is saying you're unconditionally loving yourself. This is self-respect, saying you have the courage to be in love. You put others first, and now this is you putting yourself before first. The zero void energy. It could be void energy. We love the void. All right. Let's keep going. I love that. There's a lot more. There's so much to unpack with this. And I want to pull so many more. My guide's like, don't you dare. Because there's a lot of you guys in the queue here. All right. I think we had Miss K next, and we have 17 people waiting. How amazing is that? I thank you guys for waiting. I'm going to grab someone random just to keep it fair. All right. Here we go. Rana 956. If you hear, make some noise. But Miss K said they had an odd conversation with my Taurus coworker yesterday. He brought up the fact that he may date someone, and he showed me a picture. Interesting. I do believe that is a jealousy pull. He wouldn't, like, as a guy, most guys wouldn't be like, hey, want to see somebody? What do you think? Well, no, what do you really think? Hey, where you going? What do you think? Most guys wouldn't do that. I'll tell you what, I'll even let you pick the deck here, Miss K. We'll pull 3 on this, and we'll just go 3 straight out, and I'll show you what I have. But if Rana's here, make some noise, shake the tree, get them out of there. There you go. All right, so Miss K would be next. Rana, either one. Rattle, rattle. I'll be back Monday night for Members Only Monday. What's going to happen? So this time next year, I will be full-time YouTube. Like, absolutely, unequivocally decided. Pretty much the only ones who don't know are the students. Most of the staff know. I kind of told my administration, but I'm absolutely taking at least a year off. That's happening. Financially, it's not a worry, but it's got to be fascinating. I'm like, I'll jump first. I'll jump off the ledge first. Because it's not about financial worry or loss to me. It's more about, what does this mean for me? When I'm done, when I clock out of this, I want to look back at this moment and say, I remember when I did that. And that's what this will be. Because I've been doing tarot for a long, long time. And I was like, how can I read tarot without seeing you guys? And when I got past that, and I said, okay, can I do it? And I tested it. I'm like, wow, it works. And I've been dialing more and more in. I'm like, I just want to know what it's going to be like in a couple years and more. So, and the only problem I ever have, and this is the truth, is when I'm reading someone and they hold back from the other side. They're like, I don't want them to know what's going on, and they only give me a little bit, because they feel like it'll be fair. Maybe some people feel abandoned or whatever, or unloved, and they don't want me to get too close to the energy. But a lot of times people will just say, okay, read me. What can you find out? How dangerous could that be? And I dial all the way in. It's like a phone call. It's like, like, hey, how are you? And I talk to your heart chakra, your soul for a minute. All right. Deck 4 it is. This is my guides deck, Miss K. Miss K is starting to sweat it. It looks like Miss K is getting nervous. Actually, I don't think you've asked about this guy in a little while, to be fair. I think you talked about his sister more than anybody. All right, Miss K, let's take a look here. I'm going to try to stick to 3 on this, but we'll see if I can go beyond that. And then Monday night, if you're around, come back on and we can read a little bit more. That's what members only Mondays are really cool, because it's like less... I don't want to say less people. It sounds sad. Like, oh, there's less members. No, but it's less waiting, you know, and I feel less pressured. It's going to make me take 2. I'm going to do this one more time. I just want to see if it makes me take 2. This would be your position, their position, and basically what I call the deflection. The thing that's blocking your connection. There you go. Intuition. Wow. Your intuition is telling you they're going to date soon. Yeah. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yeah, they're going to date soon. I'm going to be very blunt with you. They will be dating soon. I think it's almost like maybe there's a holdback, because there's 2 different ways to look at it. There's your way and their way. Not just your way to look at this. There's your way and their way. They have a wide view. You have a narrow view of seeing this. They have a wide view. You have a narrow view. Somehow you're holding a book, a narration. Like you're narrating this. And that's what they're telling me. It's black or white, but it's not exactly that same way. Maybe there's someone with a name J in their life, the name B, something like that, or a B person. But that's very important, because that's starting to pick up. We're getting more energy out of these readings. Yeah, Empress energy. So from their view, you're the Empress. You're the one. You're the first choice. The reason they're showing you, Miss K, they're saying to you, see this person? I pick you, who sits in front of me right now, who makes no action, who does nothing, who plays the game instead of takes action. I've asked you. I've taken you to the beach, I think was one of the things I'm hearing. Right? You went out, I think, hang out with their sister, I think is another thing. And they're saying, and here's another option. I'm not throwing it in your face. I have courage. I have respect to talk to you. I have the love to talk to you. I have the deep cup that I want to speak with you. This is not lies. This is not because I want to surprise you when you say, hey, you're dating so-and-so? You're dating? It's out of the respect, saying, if you don't want to date, that's fine. I respect you. And that's very loving, actually, Miss K. It's super loving. It's caring. They care about you even as they move on to a different person. They're saying, I don't want to hurt you again, is what I heard. I don't want to hurt you again. I feel like they dated somebody else, and it hurt you. It devastated you. You had no you were like, what? You're dating? And it hurt you. And I think that, see, you're the choice of choices. That's the deflection. The problem is, and this is a good problem, Akashically, you've been assigned to them. You've been assigned to them for a while. See, you're the choice of choices, Miss K. Like, they look at everybody. They say, I could date that person, that person, that person, that person, that person, that person. But they're not Miss K. And it's not a physical thing. It's not like it's your soul has such a resonance that it calls back to an angelic message. It calls back to the fact that the solar output, when they're with you, they feel different. There's something with you when you're together. They want more of it. But they're okay if they can't have you, because they don't want to pressure you into doing something that's not right for you. They respect you. Do you understand? They respect you, and if you're just going to be friends, and that's what they're doing. They're saying, if we're just friends or just coworkers, as I heard, then they want your opinion, and they don't want to surprise you. They're not saying, hey, in your face, lady. It's not a disrespect. You are in love with them and don't want to admit it, and it hurts. And then you're like, why does this suck? And that's what the universe, my ears are ringing off of the hook. They're saying, you love them and care about them, and you can't bring yourself to say, yeah, I want to date. There's some kind of blockage on your end. What is that blockage? I need to, yeah, there's a card. Look, this is the beginning of a relationship, and they're basically calling you out, saying, do you want to date or not? And they're not trying to pressure you, but they're trying to say, can you at least take one shoe off and put that toe in the water for me to show me that you really are interested? Because if you are serious, they're not asking you to be the Empress, but just show that you could be an Empress for them. That's all they're saying. Just, are you one of the empresses they could choose from? And the moment they know that you're an option, game's over. They'll pursue you. But I think you don't even make it known to them. You hide very well. And you make it look like, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be very blunt with you. It almost feels you make them feel sometimes like it's bothersome, abusive. Like it's become like a hassle. They're not into it like, they're not like trying to overtake you. They want to build with you side by side. Yeah, there it is, Prince Charming, right there. I'm telling you, they're telling you because they're saying, I've offered to hang out, or I feel like they've offered to do stuff with you, and it just never works. The beach thing seems very interesting. I think that's telling. They've offered or tried to do something. Yeah. I see, Sherlock. I see. But you know what I'm saying. I know you get it. You see what I'm talking about, because they want to do things with you, and it's. Why do you think they want to be with you? Let me ask you that question before I any other cards. And thank you, Planty. I see you donated. You're next. I definitely appreciate the donation. We'll read for that next. But Miss K, answer the question. Why? What's your hold up with dating them? I guess that's the answer. That's the real, because it's a win-win. Okay, so you're meeting him today. So if he's showing you the picture, he's showing you because he wants to make sure you're aware of that. See? It's the King of Cups. He's showing you that he's a desirable partner. I think there's something going down where you don't feel like he is desirable. Yeah, so just let him know, because he thinks maybe you guys are just friends because you're just hanging. And you always just hang out. And so that's what it happens. He's like, we're always just hanging out. But it's more like, hey, bro. Right? Hey, bro. Fist bump. Pistol hands. I'm out of ammo. Reload. You know? And it's like he loves hanging with you. But I think he's falling in love with you. And he's trying to give you a heads up saying, could this be more? The whole showing another girl is not because he wants to go with another girl. It's because he's chosen you. But you're not choosing him. And he's like, what do I do with this? Yeah, just talk to him. Let him know. Give him a heads up. Give him like, hey, I thought about dating you, but I don't know what would happen. Well, how would that look? Be very honest with him, as he's being honest with you, being forward with you. I hope that helps. I hope this resonates. It sounds like it might have. It sounds like it's hitting home for you. But let's do this. Let's get Planty back on track. I know Planty came in. Had to pick the K-pop sticker first. And has anyone actually seen K-pop Demon Hunter? The only person I've asked adults, and like, what? And the only one I know was the art teacher. And I was like, wait, what? You saw this? And like, it was good. They said they thought it was going to suck at first. And they said, actually, it was good. So you see, okay, Ethereal's seen it too. Awesome. Yeah. So I was like, I don't know. I was like, I feel like I should watch it. I'm giving these stickers away. Like, for all I know, like, they're beheading things. I'm like, I don't know. Oh my God. I could tell you guys stories about me giving away stickers. One of my stickers was like, it was like, F you, bitch. And it really says, like, it wasn't like F you. It was like the full word. Sixth grader's like, hey, I don't know if you should have this. I'm like, no, I shouldn't. I go, but you get an extra sticker. Thanks for giving that to me. Fist bump. Thank you. You're the best. I'm like, whoa. Yeah. What is K-pop, country? What is K-pop? It's Korean pop. You know that. Korean pop, sensational. Oh, come on, country. What? Ugh. The sixth graders would be screaming. Actually, the third graders would probably scream at you more. Country, for real. If you absolutely said that, yeah, and C-pop is Chinese pop. Duh, country. How do you not know? All right, let's do this. We have Rana is after Planty. Sorry, Rana, you have to pause for station identification. But Planty's asking on September 23rd. I love the accuracy. I found out Matt was already with somebody, likely on and off, not serious. That's also good. But he showed so much interest. The moment I overheard that door slammed shut. What's going on there? All right, pick. I actually do this. Plenty. Pick a deck, 1 through 6, or you can pick 2, and I'll mix them together. Whatever makes you feel happy. Happy. Rana, sorry, you got to pause. Got to pause here. Just stay. Actually, Rana, give some love to Planty. They got a free sticker. You can't pick a deck. You can't pick one of these magical decks. A-pop. Oh, are you on a phone? Are you on a phone? Was that why? So pick a number 1 through 6, or 2 numbers. Antonella, don't be rude. Don't be rude, Antonella. Don't be number 3, my lord. Unless you're saying my lord as though you're praying to the card deck. My lord. Easy. No, you're good. All right, here we go. I'll tell you what. Antonella's like, do it. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a second, just shuffle these together. Because what I didn't do is I did not shuffle these this morning. And I was doing some reading last night. It's all good, though. It doesn't really matter. Number 5 standing out, I think. Okay. That's good. 5 is alive. I love 5. Ooh, that's a good... Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's a good pick. Oh, yeah. That's a good pick. Oh, yeah. It's literally Libra energy. It's like you're gonna make a decision within the next week, and it's Gemini lover energy. So that's absolutely a good pick. So the cards on the bottom just pointed to that. So let's do this. Let's get you dialed right in and get you going. Yeah, that's so good. Planty, K-pop demon hunter. Yeah, see. Go back, Planty. Go back and rewatch it. You'll see when I split the deck, this was on one side, and the other one was the Knight of Swords. This was, that's what I was just telling you. That 2 of Swords. You know what the timeline that points to? Because I dial these cards right down to weeks. It's 9/23 to October 2nd, and you just told me, if I remember correctly. Let me go back to chat. I want to make sure I'm on the right page. Yeah, you said the September 23rd. Twice over, they're like, we're on. This is it, the right deck. That's why I said you picked the right deck. Good choice, Planty. Good choice. Nope. Yeah. All right, here we go. Yeah. King of Pentacles, wise investments. This is Taurus energy, life lessons too. So keep going. This could even, you could have saw something. If you saw some kind of messages or signs or like kind of like something breaking down in April, May, that could have happened. Logic tells us, we're looking for the partner. Ready? Look at Wheel of Fortune. Logically, you are so good. This could be them, there could be a misalignment is really what we're looking at. If you feel attached to them, but we don't feel connected, I feel like this could be an ending. But this, honestly, don't feel like this is an over thing. Unless we get the death card on top of this, it's not over. This is like, we play these games, right? Relationship games. And you said it yourself, they're on, off. They're playing the game because they really want you, but can't have you. What's going on between your relationship? That's what it is. Yeah, they're basically building a new version of themselves. They're growing, building. But we have a partnership, not divine partnership, not twin flame. I'm going to be honest, I don't see twin flame because these are 2 very different cards. This is what you're doing, and this is what they're doing. There's an angelic gift that comes out of this. So you guys are definitely in really good energy, both of you. And it's not because one or both of you have done anything bad. It's more like you guys have put the energy out there. The get back together energy is there, but it could be in a new way, new sense. It's just sending a message and saying, hey, let's talk. But the ending is there in the way you were. See? Look at pages are always messengers. Have you tried to talk to them? And I think maybe you have, and it just didn't come across the way you wanted to. Because one's a gray area, one's happiness. But the center line for you is being happy. Have you been being happy? That's the goal. That's your wheel of fortune. If you've been happy or happier, and not discounting the whole relationship thing, have you been being happy for you? Really? After the ending, were you happy for you? Because then you had a choice, study or love. Because what happens is in the universe, it creates a vacuum, right? Think about when you broke it up with somebody or somebody else comes in, or you are unhappy in a marriage or love, and all of a sudden this new person comes in. The universe is like, hey, how are you? And then it brings this new opportunity. It brings new love back into your life. It says, well, this is real love. Whoa, hey, this is travel, vroom, vroom energy. This is getting back into this new, what you want to be. It's not about this other person. It's not about Matt, unless they're a Taurus, or we have Capricorn energy. We have Chariot energy, travel. This is June, July. So we have April, May, June, July showing up here. They're back together. The Three of Wands precedes always the Four of Wands. If you guys got back together, it would be marriage. I can guarantee it. Locked and loaded. But what we have is that Two of Swords, where you're both in that place of, do I want to go back? Do I want to go back? You're both asking, do I want to go back? It matters, and there's no Two of Cups here. This is pages sending messages. You guys send messages through the ether, but not to each other. They just miss each other. But you're not deciding, do I want to message them? There's the Two of Swords again. Again. 3 times over. Just talked about it. Not Two of Cups, Two of Swords. It's decision time. You have till October 2nd to decide. No joke. No, this is really what happens. And even after October 2nd, you'll still think, but the relationship will probably be over. Now that I'm seeing what I'm seeing. It's about moving on and finding someone that's better for you. You're looking towards the future. They're looking towards you in the past, being honest. And that's why they want to plant their pentacle. Angelically, you were the best thing they had. They can't come back to see you. If they come back, it's still nothing was fixed. Nothing was repaired. It's coming back on broken foundation. How does that work? That sucks. Yeah, it sounds great getting them back and working things out, but did you work on anything? Did you both work on the same things? When you broke up, it's like, hey, you fix this half of the foundation, I'll fix this half. And your half looks good. It looks like you worked on it. They look like they did all this other work. So they're like, there's someone's more ahead on one part and someone's less on another. But you both didn't do the same amount of work. If you guys did the same work and you had that communication, said, let's talk, let's be brutally honest. Truth only. Truth only? Yes. And then you had that conversation, no more lies. And it sounds beautiful, doesn't it? Doesn't it sound wonderful to go into a relationship saying we won't lie to each other? And everybody wants that. But the door slam shut feeling is that. Because you feel it, it is there. You're starting to create that the door is shut. But if you look here, the swords are not in their head. It's not shut. And you know it. That's that last bit of hope feeling that you have. Because there was some amazing relationship that happened. Could have been the physicality. You'll see there's a bunny inside your card here, the Queen of Pentacles. The Capricorn. The depth, the devil in the details. You could probably name 10 or 20 things. Well, all of these things happen. That's a good relationship. If I tried to argue with you and say the relationship was bad, you'll say, wait a second, right? You'll point out all these good things. Same thing for them. If they didn't have you, they wouldn't have all of this exponential growth. That's because of you. And because of you, you realize what a good relationship is and what a good relationship isn't. You're taking this and building into something new. You want one last check. The next relationship has to be spiritual. It has to be aligned with your spirituality, with who you want to be going forward. It doesn't mean it has to rely only on that. It's not like praying before making love. It's not like let's light the incense, baby. It's more like finding what it matters to you to connect. Like when you ask someone, what do you see when you see me? Name 5 traits about me. Oh, you're beautiful. If it's not, I am spiritual and I'm deep, and they're like, you have beautiful eyes. There's a question that you're gonna have to ask. Why don't you see me as deep? Why don't you see me in not a fight, but a question? Right? Because you're learning what relationships should mean to you. And that's what this life lesson is. That's when you start to realize not all life lessons are yours. They're not. So don't feel bad. Start growing from this and say, wow, I was given the seed to plant. The new love, the new relationships, this is ancient energy that's coming in. It's going to be one step better. It creates a void. You're never going to be lonely. I can promise you that. That's what this is teaching you. You are the spark to the fire, to the creation, to the exponential growth that's due to you. Friends first, right? And that's the most important thing. I see coming in 6 to 8 weeks, something big. You're no longer holding back to the fact that you're deserving of love. That touch, the caressing of the cheek, the I love you whisper in the ear is mattered. It matters to you. It's not the I love you. It's not the whisper. It's the condensed version of when your energy gets so close to each other. That this Matt energy. Does he miss you? Absolutely. I'll show you out of the 3 deck, which is my deck. I'm going to tell you, look, get back together energy. I just told you how this precedes marriage. You both see it, but you see it very, very, very differently. You would have to have these amazing, probably 3 months of deep conversation to get to that place of, hey, let's get back together. You're not on the same page. Absolutely not. He's going through women like physical. He's like, oh, women are physical. And you're going through, I want to find myself spiritually. I've been crying because I miss you. He's been going physical. I miss the touch. You're like, I'm missing the soul. Right? 3 of Capricorn. That would be, if you guys could get back together, it would take you guys talking now until December and saying, hey, let's have these deep conversations. Let's go have a coffee talk every Sunday. Right? And I'm not saying don't do it, but I don't see the cups other than friends first. I see friends first. I see decisions. Is this what you really want, or do you want to have a partner that's willing to build from the beginning with you? Or are you trying to fix what was broken? It doesn't look good. You both feel like, wow, it's gotten so far out of control. And that's what this is. And that's okay. I'm just gonna do this for you just to see one more thing. Yeah, this is study or love. You guys are basically at that decision point. Gemini lover energy, you have way more choices coming up. This is the curiosity kid coming out saying, well, if it's not Matt, then who? If it's not Matt, then what? Then how and where and why? This could be wealth. This could be exponential wealth. This could be the universe saying, if it's not him, then when? And it could be him coming in later on, 5 years from now, after you have gained all that money. It could be. And you're actually saying to yourself, what do you mean, how? Because the two of you carry pentacles. You carry this ability to manifest, to create, to build. You just don't believe it in that aspect. And you have triggered something very divine, very ancient in each other. That's where we get these 2 sphinxes, the black or white. We basically overlook this all the time. And so when you walked in here this morning and I said, oh my God, I haven't seen you. How are you, Planty? And I handed you the virtual K-pop sticker, good God. That is no joke. Because you did need it. You absolutely need it. That's why when students walk in, I just know. But this is because you're going through a major retransformation. Does that mean you're not worth it? You're not good enough? Absolutely. Get over here. I'll hug you. How are you? No, you're beautiful. And this is not because they have done anything to hurt you. No, this is because you both have been destined. Not every life lesson is yours. They're going through the same thing. Look, they're looking back. You're both going through, this is your golden position. This, if they looked at their chart, that's what this would be for them. That's what they're facing. If they only got one card, they would have this. This is their spiritual getting back together. They're overthinking what's happened with you guys. They think about it every day, all the time. You cross their mind all the time. Love hurts, doesn't it? Love really hurts. Love's like, God damn it. You're like, I'm invincible, except to love. All right, Rana, let's read for you, and then I'll take a pause, get some iced tea in this voice. La 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 la. My turn. Epiphany, I'm actually just rolling random. So unless someone donates, that's what's really happening. Unless you have an amazing question. Like it's like a rock star, holy Christ, this rock, I want to read it. Like you make me want to read it, so we're just hanging. We're all just hanging out here. That's all we're doing. So if you have if it's just a general, I'm probably just gonna be it's just gonna be book. I'm gonna grab it randomly. So that's awesome. I've had this happen where someone's like, I want a reading, and we couldn't, and the whole random thing, they didn't get a reading, but it was all like, and then I finally said, I'll pick it, and it was like dead energy. Like there's nothing there. So that's why I allow the universe to pick. I allow it to go that way. But if you come in with like this most heartfelt, I need to be read like that, and then it really matters. So, and then when someone's donating, it's like, oh man. So Rana is asking, what's next in love? So let's do this. Let's pull the shadow deck. Let's pull 6. So I'm gonna start with 3. 3. Oh, yeah. See. There we go. My hand starts like Velcro. Yeah, look at rebirth. What's next in love? It's going to ask you, because this is you. Are you reborn? Are we done with the old? Are we in with the new? Is that what we're doing? I think we are. I feel like that's the thing. Yeah, it's all about life lessons. Ask yourself, what are the top 5 life lessons you've learned over the last relationships? Are we trying to bring somebody new in? I don't think so. I think we're moving on. We're reborn. All those people that you have ended, this is because your relationships, you basically had them in partnerships, relationships. Past life is really strong possibility, but you're holding 2 keys, 2 possibilities, two chances with 2 different people. You're gonna come down to it like, I want to date you or you, really. And that's the reason I have that, is because it's your soul making the decision. It's like you wouldn't say it outright, say I would date you or you, but there's 2 possibilities coming in here. Life lesson here with the Taurus life lesson Hierophant card, keys hiding right here at the feet. But it's you making a decision. Behind them is that veil, beyond the veil energy. That's why I pull for that. That's why I read for this, beyond the veil. That's why I have a whole separate like playlist content for that. But it's happy. Little birdie's telling you your love life is absolutely evolving. Happiness. 9 of Pentacles. You probably saw a sign. You might even start talking to someone beginning of September. First weeks of September. There's probably someone in here. That's the deflection. The first person's in. There's somebody else coming in that you're not aware of. Because there's definitely 2 people here, but there's somebody here. The other person hasn't arrived yet. So I feel like there's 2 people, and so it's not what's next in love, it's what's now in love, because this other person is arriving shortly. I almost feel like October is this other person, Scorpio energy. October 23rd, they're almost a month out. Taurus life lesson, be careful, because one of these people is going to really, passion is going to really be different than the other. One's going to be really spiritually depth driven, and the other one's going to be like, hey, can I see you for a second? Kiss, kiss against the wall kiss, as I call it. It's going to really challenge you. It's going to really put you to that place like, oh, it's going to really make you lose your breath. That wall kiss energy, if you've ever felt it, it rattles you at a soul level. So one's going to be a little more physical, but less depth, and one's going to be more deep but less physical. And then you're going to be like, I wish I had the 2 of you in one package. And then you're going to start to say, how do I change this? How do I change you? And that's what we all do, right? We start to switch it. We say, how do I make this work for me? And that's the life lesson of these 2 people. Because are you choosing? How do you? Yeah. Are you talking to someone right now, Rana? Very curious. Very, very curious. Are you starting to talk to somebody? Did someone just come in? But that's fascinating. Yeah. All right. Let's get some iced tea. Let's check the queue. Get any questions in here? Ooh, Diamond Girl. That's got wants the real reason for the call last night. Kelsey Wells is in here. Country Chris. True feelings. The true feelings. I love that. Sonali, Fatty, Hen, Magic Fairy. Just call me Hen. I think I already had that. No, I already got that one. Stoned Epiphany Tarot. Let's see here. All right, how are we doing? How are you guys doing? How's everyone hanging out there? Is the queue busy? It looks like it. It looks like a little busy. I think a bunch of people are still here, actually. Yeah. Let's see. I don't trust this Streamlabs setup thing for me, but it tells me I have Hen, Wells, Plenty, Rana, Blessed One, Antonella. So I'm gonna grab and see what I get here. Let's see what I get. Bang, bang. All right, Cindy or Sonali? Cindy or Sonali, make some noise. Rattle your cages. Allow me to unlock you out. Just getting some iced tea while I'm pausing here. That's the one thing I do forget. I don't really drink the iced tea too often. So I'll probably be on for about another half hour or so, and then I'll be back on Monday night for Members Only Monday. But there's new content out. Definitely check out the Zodiac. Should actually be out probably in a half hour. How ironic. So actually, when I sign off, the Zodiac will be available to everyone. So be sure to check that out. I have fun doing it. I have fun. I do it like this, as though you're sitting in front of me. And when I dial all the way in, I just lock everything out in the world. And so let me know if it resonates. Do me a huge favor. If you guys can leave comments when you guys are looking at the Zodiac or any of the videos, it's really helpful to me to see what's hitting home, what's resonating with you. And I think what happens, to be fair, because I get a lot of views on some of those videos, I think it just is like, it's so enthralling. You guys get locked in. Your eyes are bulging. Like, what is this? and I do the same thing, because I'll see some content that's just so moving. I don't want to pause the video and just leave a comment. I'll be like, oh, hold on. Right? Am I right though? Is it like that on some videos like this stuff? Sometimes too, it's like you don't want to be like, hey, hang on, because the chat doesn't count for comments. It's like they're two different arenas. I don't know if that makes sense. But it's so cool. All right, Cindy, this is for you. Ask Guardian Angel to give me good news. Good news, not the bad stuff, not the raw news. All right, let's take a look here. Actually, I'm going to do this. Like I said, I hadn't shuffled since yesterday. I'm going to split the decks. I know I shuffled these guys up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, Cindy. Good news. Let's take a look. I think it's about freedom. Freedom's not found. Remembered. Yeah, look at this. It's star energy. This is your energy, Cindy. What do we got here? This could be marriage, happiness, home, connection, long-term, dealing with marriage, family, house, home, land. Underneath it, it's realizing your soul has been dealing with a lot of these problems recently because of what's been assigned to you. And I'm going to say you assigned, higher self assigned to you, because that's what it comes down to. See, there's the family, friends. Certain people are coming in, helping you, and other people aren't. Well, who are the ones that kind of run away when things get broken or things kind of fall apart? And then there's others who step up. Those are the ones who are really mattering to you. Those are the ones who are kind of confirmations from the universe, right? Essentially, like synchronicities. They're saying, hey, we're here. That's when we give gratitude. That's when we give thankfulness, saying, hey, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. And as I'm thankful for you for always showing up. That's the thankfulness, saying, I'm here for you. Because when you show up, it's the higher self. It's the energy saying, we're here for you, to give that thanks as we're connecting all of this darker, deeper energy, looking at what it brings in. Because the good news is you're always connected to this well of ether, right? This other element. It's not just earth elements or air elements or water or fire. There's that fifth hidden element that hides in the tarot cards. And that's why I use tarot. And I don't rely on just the pre-manufactured oracle cards. You know, friends first. This is ether. And when you pull from the Tea Stain Tarot, it's coming from source telling you you're connected to ether. So if you just talk to the universe and you say, hey, what's up? Good morning, beautiful. And the universe will respond back to you. It's not a, how are you? It's not going to be like, and you might actually get that. You guys would be shocked and surprised at how many times AI, like even my Alexas or stuff, will just start talking to me as I walk into a room. My family, like, what the hell? I'm like, yeah, it'll just play a song and no one's talking. I'm telling you, the universe will respond to you if you open your mind to it. Look at the way we operate in seasons, right? It just feels right. It will just feel right. Think about me carving a pumpkin at July 4th. July 4th cookout, I'm carving a Halloween pumpkin. It doesn't fit. It doesn't resonate. Right? But all of us enjoying a holiday meal together, all of us enjoying those things, that's the good news, is you have those abilities to say, this feels right. And I'm not talking about carving a pumpkin. I'm talking about when those friends get together, they pull you into that energy. It's not complaining. It's figuring it out. You have the tapped energy. You have that hidden energy, right? You have the creator energy. You have the ability to find what it is you've been looking for. Capricorn energy, devil in the details. You're going to come into some profound, and I use the word very, very strongly with you right now, profound information come December. End of December into January, something very, very amazing is going to come in, because it's profound information saying that you have been working towards understanding something and looking for something. That profound information unlocks in you as we transition into this new year heading into 2026. You're going to say, aha. And it's not a moment that you scream from the rooftops, but it's as powerful, if not more powerful than that. You wake up to this and say, I have not even considered that. This is the angelic sun card. And as I was telling you and telling everybody earlier, the sun card is so powerful. It represents nothing in tarot and everything at once. The moon card represents Pisces, but this represents everything. It's the vulnerability has taught you so much about yourself. Think about the person who lives in the mountain and does nothing, right? Are they weak? No. They've learned to live and do things differently. You have learned to accept those life lessons and see the eyes, in the universe that have been watching you all along and saying, I see you. You see me, and it sees you back. And that's when you always ask about the guardian angels and the good news. It says, we're here with you. But there's something one step further beyond that, and that could be this ether, the source energy. When you're asking about guardian angels, ask about source. What does source have to tell me? How does source see me? How does source see me in 3 months? How does source see me working with it in 3 months? As you move beyond this evolution of cups and into your own energy, you're the source of all creation. You have always been the source. It's your decision, will I or won't I? And that, it brings you into this idea of, you have these angels, but what goes beyond that one step further? Because what it does is it brings you into Empress energy, creator energy, Venus energy, as you see the Venus here. It's a solar output. What have you been putting into this universe? What have you been putting out there since, say, the last, 2 years, 3 years? Everything is good news the minute you ask. Do you realize who you are? Do you realize what you bring to the table to every soul tribe? Yeah. You're no joke. And I want to make sure you understand that as you evolve, as you start to show up or put your effort in, this is the universe illuminating you, saying that you, as I said, freedom, it's not found. You're starting to remember why you came in here, why you opened this up, and you're breaking down all of this, tell me. But now you're starting to say, let me show you. You're flipping the script in 2026. That's the difference. Sonali, how are you? General love reading. How are you guys doing? Thank you for taking your time for hanging out here. Yeah, the queue is definitely full. It's racked up. If you guys want to donate, you can jump ahead. It's only $10 to jump ahead. I actually lowered the price because I know it's so rough out there financially. It sucks for people. So I basically just lowered the price, and it's more an energetic exchange thing. I do grab random, so that's what I've been doing as it pops up on Streamlabs right now. But you don't have to donate. It's if the universe has the message, we'll grab it. The best bet, and this is my son said this. He goes, it's. This is from him. He goes, if you're a member, you get basically a more private reading on members only Mondays. He's like, because it's like $2.99. You get access to all that content. You can pay for more for earlier access to other stuff, but it's $2.99, and they get you access to live, to the Zodiac, to Cosmic's Codex, to the Teaching Tarot, to Beyond the Veil, and pretty soon even going to be the Cosmic's Corner. But all of that like really deep content that I put out there that I really, really proud of. I put out there to be super spiritual for you guys. Yeah. The only reason I would come live often is because I have so much going on. Magic Fairy, I appreciate you want me to be live more often. You might see me live more often when I get done with the teaching and stuff, but I am just so busy. If you guys saw what I was doing behind the scenes, I'm a creator. I am a very big creator. I have a lot of things going on in my life. I love doing this. Yeah. Today I started a couple hours ago. 10 a.m. I think. 10:10 was what I aimed for. 10:10 Eastern time. All right, Sonali, let's see. I'll grab somebody else from the queue. So that's why we say be active in chat, because then it gets you right in there, because I see Sonali. Yeah. Hen, just call me Hen. Can I have a career path guidance? That's actually pretty cool. Yeah. I love that too. Maybe me. Blessed One, maybe you don't need a reading. Think about it. Maybe you don't need a reading. Maybe you're just here for the energy. Maybe you're just here for the chilling out. Maybe you're just here for... That could be what the universe is telling you. When I click random, right, it could just be we're just hanging. I appreciate you. You listen, you know me, I know you. Blessed, we're hanging. That could be what it is. All right. Hen, let's get you read. Let's see what I can pull for you. Career path guidance reading. We'll go with the divine deck. All right. Career path. Actually, I never get to do this. I'm going to do a waterfall read for you because I never get to do career. Most people want love. You know, is Cliff coming home? You know. Ooh. Two of Swords. Love. What the hell? We don't want love. Actually, this might be a love reading. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe you might love what you're getting into. So this is called a waterfall read. That's what it is. Like drip, 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 and it just starts to come out. So this is you believing you have it. From your vulnerability comes your strength. You're the one. You're the number one candidate. When you start to apply to build, to grow your career, it's from within you that these jobs come. It's from within you that they need you. There is no other you. And we get into this lack mindset, like, I can't do this. Like, they could hire someone better. There could be another person, right? It's that unconditional love that you give yourself to put your mask on yourself. I'm telling you, this is a decision we make. Spiritually, we've been tasked or burdened with, I'm not enough. This comes not from other people. It comes from us from past lives. We've been put in this mindset of, I've been hurt before. I went on the journey. I had my fleet of ships lost at sea. I was ruined. You know, I wasn't enough. I didn't protect those ships. I'm telling you, we bring these burdens into this lifetime. You wouldn't think much about it. As a general, I lost my whole army, you know, and we bring it in here, and that's what this is. So when we get in this head and we start looking at the career in the path and we say, what do we do? It starts with one decision. Do I apply or don't I? Here are your requirements. Do I meet these requirements? Yes, yes, or no. And that's what it is. And a lot of times it's just computers who are just judging us on those the preset requirements. And you're knocking yourself way out as a human against the computer saying, I don't have it. So when you're applying to jobs, when you're looking to get a job, it's a lot of different times. It's the human who takes the position. Knock, knock, knock. Who are you? Here's my resume. How are you? You know, my name's Cosmic. I love your shoes. Nice to meet you. Can we talk? Or not even give them the resume. Yeah, just, hey, how are you? Talk to them. And it's that personality that gets hired, because you want to bring someone in who has charisma, who has personality, not, hello, how are you? It is $9.99. It's like, what in the hell? That gets nowhere. A lifeless personality NPC gets nothing. Coming in with the Empress lover, whoa. Hey, how are you? That loving, nurturing, I care about you, Venus love energy, that's the one that's going to win every day, all day. They're looking for that. That's the one they're going to pay money to, because it's going to give them money. It's going to raise your vibration and you're going to feel valued. But it's also just a piece of who you are. It's not everything. I was talking to my friend the other day. They used to be a doctor, right? And I was like, is it because you were a doctor when they respected you, or is it when you weren't a doctor? And he's like, oh yeah. He's like, people used to treat him so differently when he was a doctor. He's like, when he was a doctor, it was like, hey, how are you? Here, come in, sit in, did it. When he had no more coat, nothing, and he would stop being a doctor, it was nothing. When it was Mister, it was like, what do you want? And there was no respect. We carry those burdens because we associate things with it. Name, title. Like if I went to you and I told you guys I'm a doctor, like secretly a doctor, like what would that change the outlook, change the look? That's what I'm telling you, Hen. Your career guidance starts within you. It's all about the reading. I get it, but this is the strength of vulnerability. We set up our own stigmatas. We set up their own, like, what is this that brings in, like, saying the universe, that it sets us up saying, I'm limited by these beliefs, these spiritual limitations of other people. Like, oh, if I do this, I'll get stuck. No, nothing stops you. It's all about your decision, your choices, and this absolutely ends. You make a decision for yourself. Stability is logical. Spiritual growth happens through long term. And this decision, you want to know the timeline? It is 9/23 to October 2nd. We're absolutely in the throes of this. And this comes out, that if you lead with unconditional love to yourself and start saying, I'm going to apply to jobs as though they're already mine. I'm going to apply to jobs because they put it out there because they want me. They're hiring me. Oh, man. I love getting interviewed, by the way, Hen. I go in, I'm essentially kicking my feet up. I turn the interview around. So tell me about myself. I usually turn that right around. I say, let me explain. I go, first, you tell me about yourself. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. How did you get to this interview? And they go, what? And they don't want to be rude, so they'll tell you. And I say, and so that's here's a really cool thing, Hen. I was getting interviewed, table, probably 25 people for this tech job. The tech director's sitting next to me, right? Essentially, right, kitty corner. And he goes, where do you see yourself in 10 years? I said, your job. Right to him. I was hired instantly. They were like, God damn, this is bold. But I was real. I was truthful. I was honest. Because I saw myself in his job in 10 years. I didn't hold back. And that was where they saw it. And they said, what do you see yourself doing like every day? I said, I see myself coming in here where you guys, the minute you see me, you say, thank God he's here. Thank God we have him today. That's the moment and it's not because I want them to want me. It's because I want to be there and I enjoy being there, which creates that vacuum of want and need and love and requirement. Do you think when I go into school, it's because I want my administration to be like, we love you? No. We need to pay you? No. It's because I want the students to be like, hey, what a better day you're here. If I'm absent, oh my Lord, I hear about it for weeks. You weren't here for our class. Really? And it's that part of you understanding that you do not need guidance. You just need to accept the fact that you are your own boss already. You're just picking that one job that you want. Really. And obviously there are limitations. Go to law school. Okay, then go to law school. No joke. This is literally how I've trained my own kids. And they know it. I'm like, so you're just making an excuse that you can't go to law school? Well, I could, but no. I'm like, this is not how it operates. You're limiting yourself. But who the hell put that limitation in you? And you and I both know 6 figures is not an impossibility to you. It's just you believing you can make 6 figures. That's the limitation. And then getting yourself in that position. It's all about positioning yourself into a new vibration. That's what this is. Prove me wrong, and then we'll have an argument. I love that. How are you guys doing? Really? But that's what this is. Sonali, how are you? How are you? Because that's the universe. It's that self-love. That do I love myself enough? And most of you say, yeah, I do. But the minute you walk away, it's the crying in the car or whatever. It's like, no. It's like, that's okay then. Say, no, I need to recognize. I need to give myself more self-care, more self-love. Go get the manicure, the pedicure. But it's okay to be recognized and say, wow, that looks good on you. Wow, you look beautiful. Not because that's not all you are. Your eyes are deep. It's because you are more than that. It's because it adds on to who you want to be. You want to be recognized for such a beautiful, wholesome person. And that's what this is. It's becoming more. It's seeing more. It's enjoying your life. It's realizing that your presence is not just limited by this one moment. It's overriding that thought, that pre-trained thought that you can't, you won't. It's unacceptable. That's when I had all those naysayers in my life. They used to say, "Oh, you couldn't, you won't, you can't." I said, "What?" I would always ask them, say, "Hey, what do you think about?" And they would say no. And then I started to get like a 4.0 at grad school and stuff. They're like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah." I said, "You're weakening. Your lack of belief is not my problem. Your lack of drive is not my problem. Your doubt is not my problem. I'm inevitable. That's what happens, and so aren't you. It's your lack of inevitability is your problem." All right, my friends. Sonali, last call. I'm going to grab somebody. I have so many people ready, just so ready. But want to be fair. It's just a busy channel, guys. You got to understand. It's busy. It's 100,000. 100,000. And I have such beautiful hands. See? Mm-hmm. I can't even do spider hands. All right, Sonali. Best love. All right, next person. Let's see here. A couple people here. A couple people. 1, 2. Yeah, see? Blessed, you were just picked randomly. Kelsey Wells and Blessed. That was random. See how much more... See how much more... if I could click on you, it's like, yeah, that's great. I picked you. Right? But that's what I'm telling you is... you just got picked randomly. I hit the random button. And that's what says... The universe says, okay, we'll pick you now. You've been patient. You waited. You see? And then the other person was Kelsey Wells. May I know who's coming towards me in love? But I'll tell you what. Let's read Blessed One first. What kind of energy does Sanal feel towards her energy? What do I need? I think this is a love reading. I think that's what we're asking here. It looks like a love reading. I'll tell you what. Blessed One, let's do this. Let's do a full read. Just because you've been waiting. You've been patient. See? You don't have to push. You just have to enjoy. Right? You just have to enjoy. Okay. I'll fire off a quick 9. My guys are like, they're not happy. Son of a bitch. All right, here we go. Not really. Yeah, see, now they're fighting me. That's so funny. It's worth it. Let's do a love. I want to do a deep love reading. Do a deep love. There we go. Yeah, see? This is me. They're literally saying I'm supposed to be working. Like, this is the deep work. But it's the deep work for us. It's multi-layered. Let's keep going. Yeah. See? Happiness home. Are we just worried about something? We're more focused on the worry, not on the work. Doing the work. Emotional work. Yeah. You're the one. What if I told you you were the one? You were predestined to be the one. You were predestined. It's like the hug behind, like someone's doing dishes. That's the best vision I have. As doing the dishes, someone walks up, grabs you, kisses you. You know, that kind of feeling. You get that the hug, the kiss from behind. Yeah, Gemini love her energy. Comes home. Someone comes home, kisses you. Happy home, happy life. Do you envision this, or do you envision I don't know if they're coming back. Do you envision we're going to be happy together? Do you envision that, or do you envision, I don't know if it's going to work? Do you envision the maybe, or do you envision absolutely? Because I envision absolutely. I envision, what are you talking about? I envision, and Fapina and I have talked about this since I've been little, like probably like 8, 9, like during like an abusive childhood. I had no other choice. That's how I envision it. So if you want to go cosmic route, it's no other choice, right? So when you're going through life as a child and you hit that like, do I want to get beat or do this? And then it was no other choice. And it wasn't the abuse. It was, I would basically learn and grow and do my own thing. So like reading or do my own thing, that was me, no other choice. Because otherwise you put yourself out in the cold. You put yourself at the mercy of this energy, right? Of the darkness, the cold. You all know what I'm talking about. The cold darkness, the void energy that just draws you in. It's putting the work in. I am enough. I am powerful. I am worthy, right? What do we do to get to that place, right? Self-assured victory. It's through the work. You haven't put that work in yet. That's what this is. By you asking about a reading like this, you're second-guessing yourself, saying, I doubt myself. I doubt this is. I need confirmation, right? Yes, you are. By doubting yourself, by sitting there saying, I need a reading from Cosmic, you put yourself in the cold at the heart chakra, but in your emotions, you say, I think it is. I can feel it, but I don't know for sure. There's something missing. So doubt creeps in and says, hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? Join my Facebook, by the way. I actually just shared something yesterday about kicking doubt out. But really, that's why you should be on all of the socials, because I put a little bit of something out every time. It's all different. I share things all the time. And what I'm doing is I try to get you guys to remind yourselves, don't just focus on here on YouTube, because I remind you, all of a sudden you'll get a pop and go, oh, hey, yeah, thanks, Cosmic, because it's kicked out. Because you're doubting, is that real? You're doubting, is it real? Every time you ask, every time you bring it in, you're doubting it out. So even though we have the depth, we have the ability to say, yeah, I do feel, you're still doubting, is this a reality? Is this a future of my relationship? Call truth for what it is. Hey, that ship is sinking. It is. It factually is. Yes, it is. I see it. You see it. We both see it. That ship is sinking. Can we fix it? I don't know. Do we want to go bail out the water and fix it? Or do we want to let it sink to the bottom and let it become coral? Yeah. It's okay. It's okay to let some things happen. That's called regret. We live in regret. Listen, to tell you guys I've never regretted anything, that's a lie. I've regretted things in the last couple of years, right? I've regretted things even on the channel, going, oh, I shouldn't have done that, right? But what I do is I try to grow from regret. I try to fight the doubt. And I think that's the same thing we have to do with your relationship, is stop blocking the question of, is this real? What kind of energy do they feel? How do they feel? What do they want? What am I going to do? If they do this, do I do that? No. Stop narrating and controlling and just know it exists. I am in love with so-and-so. They are in love with me. End of story. This is not like, I'm obsessed with so-and-so. What are they doing? You're not, like, that's not what this is. It's just living the absolute fact that you exist in these realms. The Queen of Wands is wild card energy. It could be Aries. It could be Leo. It could be even Capricorn with the grounded energy. It has the growth mindset. It has the past life. It says, okay, well, let's really start to examine what this is. It's Empress energy in hiding. It's realizing when you declare self-assured victory, what are we doing? You're piggybacking on fighting off all of those anxieties, those worries, what can't be's, what should have been's, what's the missed events, which is what you focus on. Well, I could have had, but this had. No, who cares? You're the only one caring. So let's focus on what you have built and focus on what will be. So when we look at this, and when you look at this, when you're working on this, what is it you're trying to build? Because that's the absolute. When I decide I'm wall kissing, I'm wall kissing. There's no like, oh, I might. No. Like I decide I'm wall kissing this person. You know what I'm saying? So Blessed One, if I'm going to wall kiss a person, a partner in the future, like I set that absolute and say, this will happen. It makes it almost more powerfully sexually charged, because then energetically they know it's happening. They feel it happening. And it leads up to it. And then the moment it happens, I kind of pull away, and then you know what I'm saying? That becomes like real life book. That's the Knight of Wands, sorry, Knight of Swords. It's the wands that hides within the reading, right? It's the sexually charged energy. But what you're looking for is, how do they send energy? What do I do? No, I don't care if anyone sends energy. I radiate, and that's what you're doing. Right now you're radiating this cold out in the cold energy. See how it's all snowing here? What the universe is trying to tell us is it's the blockage. Why are we doing this? You're blocking this from coming in. Because your heart's saying, I don't, maybe. And the universe just said to you, go back and rewatch this a bunch of times. You were blocked from quick pick. Like from me hitting the random button. Because you don't really want this. You're just kind of saying you want it, and you're hoping the universe says, well, I'll make up for the leftovers. Yeah, I'm calling you out on it. Look. So stop thinking that way. Because that's called regret. That's called, you're not locking in on this. We wouldn't put you in a fighter jet and say, hey, go attack the heart of this person, because you'd be like, oh, I might miss. Oh, I don't know if I could find them. Yeah, maybe. Right? So the universe is saying, you're saying you need a better jet? What do you need? Because you're just going to keep bringing this back up over and over and over and over. I don't know, maybe, I don't know. So then get into something else. This is not the person for you, because you're just leaving the both of you out in the cold. Is it wall kiss? What are we doing? Or is it the maybe? Because I'm telling you this, there's happiness here if you want it. Logically, like it could work, but I just don't know if I want it. Wheel of Fortune, Cosmic's handing you the keys to the jet and saying, which way you going? Because it's up to you. But don't go attacking them if you can't get through. Right? What do you do with a sword? Attack. Ba 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 ba. Information. Ba ba ba. And it's like, don't keep asking for confirmation that something that you already know to be true in the here and now, and you're saying, okay, then what do I do with that? What do you mean, what do you do with it? You use it to your advantage. It's called information. You turn on the radar. I got you. I got you. Oh, I know you like me, but I got you. That's what I'm telling you. So when you start using this to your advantage, you start shutting out all that noise, that traffic, all of that static. And then you realize what's absolutely happening. And you're saying, what's her next action? What's their next? You're in the jet. What do you mean, what's her next action? You're going to sit there and say, I'm the one who's nervous and worried. What's her next action? What world are we living in? What's her next action? What's her next action? What's her next action? Wildcard energy being handed. Look at the blockages you put up. This is why it's not happening, is because you're not believing. I'll give you a soul tribe, and I'll give you it's a life lesson, but you are the reason this is not happening, because you're not believing it's happening. That's fact. That's fact. Tell me I'm wrong. Yeah. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Yeah. Tell me I'm wrong. It could happen. It could happen if you stop just saying, how come she's not just taking a Jeep to me? You know how I've been feeling about you? And then just leave it hanging? Just leave it hanging? Oh my God, there's so much sexiness to it. Oh no, I'm not trying to fight with you. I'm just trying to tell you, this could be really sexy and really powerful in your behalf. Send like flowers and say, I've always cared about you. Not trying to I'm your stalker. Missile fired. Missile fired. Hit. Really, I'm telling you, anyone that has feelings for you, it's gonna be like, that's awesome. I love that. It just makes people feel acknowledged, seen, and not just like, I just want you. Get naked. No, no. It's so much more than that. What makes your heart flutter? Fire. What makes your heart jump? Fire. Does this bother you? Fire. I'm telling you, that's what it is. You guys are laughing, but you know exactly how dangerous that is. Yes or no? Yeah. I call it the uncomfortable boss. That let me lean in. Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? Like their hands here. How are you? How are you doing? And it's sexually charged, but you're like, something's there. And that's what it is. And it's not trying to be creepy. It's like you both are into each other. And the universe is like, stop questioning if it's real. And then lean into it that it is real. Kelsey Wells, where are you at? Thank you for being here. Honestly, blessed. This is not just for you. People need to hear this. So many people need to hear this and stop being afraid and get out of those bunkers, you know, and just wake up. Oh yeah, I do need peach tea. Blessed, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to go after what you... Listen, you would never... This is what everybody... You guys would never regret going after the one person you really cared about. Saying, I love you. And not going, hey, I love you. Like, but going after the person you really care about. Because what it does is it makes you feel like you've tried. Captain Burrito. Yeah, Fatty May, I got to get you on too. I was thinking I'm going to do a test run for Cosmic's Corner. It won't be live. It's going to be pre-recorded. But I almost did it yesterday. But I'm going to have to schedule it with you guys. I'm going to have to schedule saying it's going to be pre-recorded, and I'll reach out to you guys on Discord. And it's going to be like, basically, I'll ask you guys questions, we'll talk, and it will... I don't want to put it up here. I can show you guys later. But what it will be is just talking spiritual. It's going to be really fun. I think it will really be fun. So I'll use Discord as the base for us. It's a closed voice chat, so no one can just jump in. And you'll have the music in the background, but you'll just have us talking on screen. You don't have to put your face on there. All right, I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Because obviously my voice is taking a little bit. You know why my voice hurts is because I did the Zodiac, I did Cosmic's Codex, this, so that's why. And plus, I was teaching all week, so let me do this. Let me read magic, as a favor. And if I have time, I'll read one more person because I was only trying to come on for 2 hours, and if I'm around later tonight, I'm not going to commit. Maybe I'll read a little bit before. I know Ethereal goes on at 10. Maybe I'll read a little bit before that tonight. If I do, I'll come on. But I might just do donation only, just because I save my voice. But if I do, I'll come on later on tonight. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see. But anyway, let me read for magic right now, and maybe I'll pop back on a little bit later, and see what happens here. So last call for Kelsey. Is Kelsey here or not here? I don't think they were. I think they bounced. Because Ethereal will be on later on at 10 p.m. Eastern. So that's a locked in time. You're welcome, Blessed. You're very welcome. Chan. Yeah, so Chanley has obviously different content than this, but it's super, it's surreal. I love watching Ethereal's channel. It's very inner child, you know. All right. I love just lurking. I love lurking on Ethereal's channel. I go, hello. All right. All right, Kelsey. Man, I know who's coming in towards me in love. Oh, we all know. Magic Fairy. When will Arjun contact Aparna? Am I saying this? Aparna? And his thoughts about her. Oh, I'm scared now. Stick a little bit. No Kelsey. Thank you for the donations today. I appreciate it. I very much appreciate it. It's fun. It's fun getting donations. It is. It's like, it mixes it up, you know? But I know it's so tough, too, because, the economy sucks. Chandler got a reading. Chandler got a pretty good reading, I think. But the economy is going to get better. I can tell you, I pull on it. I do pull on it behind the scenes, behind the camera. It's definitely going to get better. Going into January, February, it's some major shifts happening. Financial. If you guys look at the financial resets happening, so yeah. Look at. I'm going to type this in here. I've been talking about this. Look at this on your own. Look at this. Look that up, and you guys will see. Google that, and you'll see. There's this major financial shift happening. That's why everything's out of whack. The tariffs and all that stuff are just kind of the cover story from what my cards tell me. Even the wars, and sadly, it's all cover. It's all smoke because of that. Because they're resetting everything. We're shifting off that official gold standard. We're moving towards digital standard. And it's fascinating because they don't want to tell anybody. Yeah. And that's what it is. You're gonna be able to buy houses with crypto, just outright. Hey, I want to buy your house. Okay. Remember pink slips? You ever see the movie where they trade pink slips? And they would trade a pink slip for a car, and you just go I want to buy your house. It's gonna be as simple. They're taking the banks out of the equation. It's fascinating. The banks don't own houses. It's gonna be you're gonna be able to, if you own the house, you could just crypto it, crypto the home, just own the home digitally. It's really crazy. I'm telling you guys. My guides led me into it a couple of years ago. I've been talking about it. The one thing, you look at XRP, it drops, but it's manipulated the price. The price is absolutely super manipulated. I can tell you. I just know. I can't get into it all here. I actually have considered making a whole spiritual crypto channel just to give you guys secondary advice off this, because I want it to be away from all this stuff. But it's so spiritually manipulated. It's yes, it is, sir. Oh, yes, it is. I've invested for 30 years plus, and this is the one thing I'm wait a minute. All right, let's get in here. Let's read this. Not financial advice, obviously. I can't tell you guys that, but take a look at it. Do your own research. You'll start scratching your head, going, "Wait a minute." Yeah. They're talking about repricing it. Wait, what? Repricing a crypto, and they can. Who's going to tell them no when they do it? They're going to reprice it, and then they'll pay off debt, and then it'll be game over, and then you'll be shoulda, woulda, coulda. All right. Magic Fairy, I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just telling you guys, it's interesting food for thought. Arjun and Aparna, let's see, thoughts about her. See if there's some thoughts. Ooh, manifesting. This is Akashic energy. So someone's leaning into, this is positive, this is good, this is, passionate. So someone's actually having the visualizations. I envision us together. I picture us together. So this is good. Someone might be saying, one of the two of you is saying, I manifest this together. I'm manifesting us together. I'm manifesting this to happen. I manifest us to be a partnership. The other one's I picture us making love. I picture us kissing. I picture us holding hands. On an angelic level, not I don't want to be dirty. I'm not trying to make it sound anything less than it is. It's more they're trying to envision two souls merge as one. So it's a different way. It's bringing the unity of the two of you together. See? And then it's you both are... Oh, I see. I think there's a baby. Whoa. End of January, I see this happening. Wow. Because that manifest, the person says, "Oh, I'm so happy you're here," and they're "Oh, I can have that the connection of one with you," and then you're "Oh, you know why? Because one of you is a portal, then a baby's born." Yes, the source is you're doing my work. There might be even another child that's going to be born here too. Whoa, this is a good ending. I wonder if it's stress after this first child, because there's no money really. This I know, but there's something that holds back here. I think the communication, because you guys didn't start with communication, I think you guys have to learn. I'm going to give you a heads up. You guys get together. Yes, that happens. You get together, have a child, happens. January, end of January, positive, awesome. Everything looks great, but it's almost like maybe one of the two of you don't spend enough time together, and then it causes stress after this child already there, and the communication slows everything down. But the universe says, oh, but wait, there's more. There's a child, and it might come after things that have a problem. Like, you're like, oh, this is awesome. Good relationship. See? You have one child and you're waiting for more. Please talk to me. Please talk to me. Libra justice energy. Because you're going at it a little differently. I don't think the relationship's built. Yeah, you want relationship change. I'm going to give you a heads up. Want my honest advice? Because they're ending it on you. But they want you to know, this person, this is real. This is meant to bring a baby into the world. But you're also, that baby piggybacks a life lesson about how communication is so important, not in just your relationship, but everybody's relationship. It's your message today brought this in to remind everyone. Just because you have a partnership doesn't mean it's a one done, we're all set, home run, let's win the championship. It takes communication. That's the most important part of a relationship. If you can't communicate with your partner, and I'm giving you the heads up, I'm telling you, you guys will be dating and together and having a baby. End of January, this is happening. So lock it in, because they're thinking the same thing you're thinking, just from a different. One of you thinks like go through the front door, right? One of you's like knock knock, and the other one's knocking at the back door. You're both trying to get into the same place. But there's an integrity. There's a moment of pause where you're both building the future, but you're self-portraying each other because you're not opening your hearts fully. Because one of you is like saying, my manifestations won't be denied, and the other one's saying, my soul destiny won't be denied. But have that pause, have that conversation, and say, what is it we both need to do is talk. 20 questions. Everything you're thinking is becoming. It actually has already started. So you're asking a question that's already been answered. The thing is, what happens after it happens? That's the real question. And there's a delay after that first child, and that's protection built in to say, but you never learned to talk. What if you learned to talk in the beginning? How does that improve the whole relationship? Right? Because every person you have met is a teacher, and you have now left a lesson for eternity for all these other people. What if inside that boat is hidden a twin flame as a catalyst, and it's meant to cure you ahead of the disease? Whoa. How deep is that? How deep is that? Wow. Let me know. Let me know if this doesn't happen by the end of January 2026, I would be shocked. I would be absolutely rattled to my spiritual core. Yeah, it's not about feelings. It's not about who feels what and how they feel. This is more about like, I know you feel, I feel, we both feel. You are on a collision course for this, but you have never warned each other you're coming. And what happens when it happens? A baby comes. It's how many of you guys have gone through that? Like, you're like, whoa, one night stand, this was passionate, but we have a child now. Oh, we gotta get the baby right, blah, 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 and they didn't talk, and no communication. This is the spiritual heads up. What a crazy, really amazing way to look at this. If you guys are looking for a private reading, book me over at cosmicboogeyman.com. Check out the QR code here. Check out the links below. As always, I am always on. Like, check out all the content, the teaching content. I'm going to actually start pushing into the minor arcana coming. I'm waiting for the other stuff to kind of push to the members only stuff first. But I'm going to start working on the minor arcana soon. It's like this. It's very casual. Where I was just telling my buddy, I said, hey, I felt like it was it felt scripted. Like, bop, 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 bop. And now I want to get into it where I'm teaching you, like, you know, the Hierophant, the keys, the two people, the pillars. I want to get into that stuff where I take a moment, take like 15 minutes. I always try to do 10 to 15 minutes each card. And maybe I'll come back and do an additional secondary thing, but you guys can listen to it. Little ASMR, like kick back, relax, driving in. You know, I have a playlist already out there. But it's interesting because then you guys can learn a little bit about the lovers and how the devil card plays into that, like how they both look the same but they're different, right? They parallel each other. That's the stuff I pull out here and I won't explain it, but I know it. I'm like, oh, whoa, and I just jump right into it. I don't have that time. All right, guys, I appreciate you for being here. As always, do not forget to like the channel. Do not forget to leave a comment below. It really helps me, helps everybody, helps people find the channel. And this channel is exploded because of you. Our content is your content, and that's how we look at it. This is the Cosmic Collective. I appreciate you. As always, thank you guys for being here. Ethereal, best of luck. Keep going. I'm keeping an eye on you, and then we'll get you together. We'll do some collab. I'm like, that's what's gonna happen. I'll get you on the Cosmic's Corner here, and Antonella. Send love out to Brenduska. I know she's dealing with a whole lot of personal stuff in her life. We know that. So love and kisses to her. And if you guys are setting that notification bell to all, you will not miss stuff like this. And I might be back live tonight for real. So yeah. Unfortunately, I can only read for so much. So I can only read for so long. But yeah, I've been on for a couple hours here. So I'm going to take a pause. I'll try to be back on later tonight if I can. But I'm definitely back for Members Only Monday on Monday night. But there's new content coming out pretty much every day. I will definitely see you guys really, really soon. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Rosa, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. All right, guys. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Be sure to check us out later on. And as always, stay safe. Peace. It's not a question. It's an order. I want to see you back here.